Hello and welcome to Eye of Gnosis Tarot. My name is Ewan and welcome to another Valentine's reading. Yes, again, I am selling out and doing a love reading, but it doesn't have to be a love reading. It could be something weird like a job or your boss, a friend, purely platonic, but of course it could be a love reading. We've done a couple of these already. We're doing what's unofficially called the Temple of Love Tarot spread, and I will be doing a tutorial on this on my Instagram and hopefully later on YouTube. Today we're looking at the sign of Aries. So if you've got your Sun, Moon, Rising, or I don't usually do this, but we're doing it this time, Venus in Aries, then this reading may be for you, and take what resonates for you. And if it doesn't resonate for you, do download your birth chart online. They're pretty easy to find, free, and look at where you have those placements. You'll probably have one of those in Aries, otherwise you wouldn't be here. If one of them isn't Aries, then that reading may resonate with you instead. So do go and have a look through those other readings. Now, as always, I usually sort of tell you guys I have mine, just to be honest with what's going on, and I have to be careful with this one. Because I have my moon in Aries, so emotional for me. Don't worry, I won't be kicking the table down if I don't like the reading. Don't worry. But I will be objective and think about this as it's not me. And also, my my third and fourth houses and Aries. Okay, so what is going on for Aries at the moment in a relationship? Oh, and before I pull the cards, I'll just go through what we're doing. So you have a column here, which is you, which has got your thoughts, feelings, actions, and then we got the same here for your paramour, the person you're interested about knowing. Then we've got what you bring to the relationship, what they bring to the relationship, how the relationship's like at the moment, and then we've got the near future, the mid-future, and the far future. Okay, now these videos get a bit long, so depending on how it goes, I'll either be doing the reading as I go along, or I'll do a summary, all the cards are down, see how I'm feeling, and to just go with the flow, really. And I will be doing a shadow card at the end, which is the bottom of the deck. Me looking down, I'm not looking at the bottom, I'm looking at the top of the deck. And if you have a prediction, so the shadow card, by the way, is like a kind of a warning or a something to be mindful of regarding the reading. I usually read it in its reverse position, even though I don't usually read reversals. Look at how the cards have been laid down and what's around them. So if you have a prediction for the shadow card, and I don't have one yet, I don't imagine, because we haven't got enough cards to know what it could be. If you have a prediction for the shadow card, do put it down there in the comments. Let's see if you're right. So what's going on for Aries? I'm going to look at your thoughts first. Okay, we got the Ten of Wands. We had this in the last reading. Again, I am shuffling this deck. So the Ten of Wands is like the weight of the world upon your shoulders. And what I'm going to do is just put all the cards down and briefly describe these. It's called oppression in the Thoth deck. Now I'm going to move that up a bit further, I think. There we are. There we are. I'm going to look at your heart, your feelings, Aries. Two of Swords. Should I stay or should I go card? That's what I call it. Yeah, it's. I don't know. Is anyone? You might have Libra in your chart, or you might know a Libra. The most Libra card out of the minor arcana. It certainly belongs in Libra, and it's very much an indecision. There's peace in the Thoth deck, but that is quite a misnomer. I will just say the deck we're using today is the Ethereal Visions deck, which is essentially an Art Nouveau, you can see, deck, and I usually use the Thoth deck. With this one I do my tarot tutorial videos about, because there's a lot of symbolism in it, but I thought this one looked nice for Valentine's Day. If you're wondering why the cards look yellow, they're not. Just evening has fallen here in dark and dingy England, I've only got yellow lights. We call them like orangey lights. But if I get more likes, more subscribes, I get a better camera and a better. Because I've got this white light, but it doesn't seem to be doing much. And your actions, Aries. 4 of Cups. Okay, quite chill. Nothing amazing's happening, but nothing bad's happening. Okay, there. Push these to the side a little bit. Make some room. That's you, Aries. And we'll just summary 4 cards down. Before we do what you bring, we're going to look at them. Person. Oh, the Magician. Magical card. Wisdom. Great intuition. Commitment there as well. 9 of Cups is the heart. Oh gosh, that's great. One of the best ones you could have in the feelings position, I think. So the 9's an endless number. There's endless emotion. Venus in the soft. And what they're doing, okay, they're leaving it up to chance. They're not taking any action. Maybe waiting for you to do something. Okay, so this is kind of the Russian roulette card, the Wheel of Fortune, another major arcana. Going with the flow. A great thing. Okay. Let's look at what they're bringing, and then we'll look at what you're bringing to the relationship. Oh, the King of Cups, also known as the very Scorpio energy, kind of like a psychoanalyst, and knows a lot about emotions but doesn't always show them. Yeah, they go deep and broad. Comes emotions, and I can relate to this card a bit. I've got a Jupiter and Scorpio. So Jupiter's expansive and Scorpio's deep. So when I look at things, I go this all the way out and all the way in. Okay. And what do you bring here, Aries? Oh, the 6 of Pentacles. Another fantastic card. This is success. Aries, success, which is brilliant for you. I know you like success, Aries. You like winning. There's harmony of material things, essentially. Success in the off deck. Okay, at the moment, it's looking pretty good, Aries, I'm not going to lie. But what's it actually like? Reality at the moment. Okay, it's bloomin' good. We have the World card there, which in the Thoth deck is more appropriately called the Universe card. Yeah. And it's the last major arcana before it goes back to the Fool, so that's almost like the end. There's a good end. Spiritual awakening, and everything's going for you, because you are everything. I think that's a carefree card as well there. Look at it. A bit like the Fool in that sense. It's essentially the Fool, but the other side of the Fool. The Fool is the thing that is no thing, and the universe or the world is the no thing that is a thing. So yeah, I think that's fantastic energy there, Aries. Whatever is going on in this relationship or potential relationship, pretty good. I think the only thing that's spoiling it is that 10 of Wands, and that's in your head, and I'm not surprised. The mind is a fickle thing. The only way that could be worse is if you had a 10 of Swords, because that is the mind. Okay. Let's have a look at the near future. Hierophant. This is like the 3rd reading I've had this card, and I am shuffling the deck. Taurus energy won't go away. Go away. And Hierophant's a good card. So, like I said in those previous readings, the Hierophant is looking for intuition. It's the shaman, traditional Caradex, the Pope-like figure. He's looking for the divine. I mean, it's he here. It's tend to be a more masculine energy. Again, masculine doesn't mean anything in terms of gender. The male form is just an imperfect reflection of the masculine. We all have masculine and feminine in us. Okay, what is gonna be the mid-future? Oh, we got another major arcana. It's a massive shake-up. Tower card. Now, the Tower is a bit of a misunderstood card, a bit like the Devil. People see the Tower, look at it, and they go, "Oh no!" And I think even when it's something good, I think it's never easy. I think sometimes we have to go through the gauntlet, and we need big changes in our lives. Nearly all the time, we need big changes in our lives in order to make them exciting. I mean, look here, you've got the Four of Cups in your action. You're not doing much, and this could be the big shake-up that makes you do things. And I think, as you, Aries, that's not such a bad thing. I think you like excitement, Aries. You like it when it's quite blunt and in your face. You are. You know, rather than hanging around waiting for something to happen, you'd rather get it over and done with. And essentially that's what our card is. So there's definitely something spiritual going on here. Could be this massive overhaul, maybe spiritual overhaul in a relationship. It could be that perhaps this person or you don't share the same beliefs, and then suddenly, boom, wow, mind blow. We actually we can't deny this thing. I mean, it could be, I don't know, one of you starts doing meditation, like the other person does. Then they have some kind of amazing experience where they realize, oh, everything you said is, everything you believe is what I believe now. Or you could be other ways. I'm not going to say what they are. Okay, final card, final outcome, the Devil. Okay, so another, again, this is the misunderstood card, the most misunderstood card in the entire tarot. It's not evil. It can lead to evil. That's the lesson of the Devil. See my white light there really having an effect on that Tower card. It's not effect on the other cards though, is it? So the Devil is a focus on the material. It's not evil. And it's that if you get too caught in the material world, matrix essentially, then evil things start happening. Evil is a lack of peace and harmony. And because the material world is not everything, when you think it's everything, it disrupts the harmony. The harmony, and when you look at my tarot tutorial videos, we look at this thing here called the Tree of Life, which is essentially the structure of the universe which all the tarot cards belong to. And the point is that the material world is just this dimension down here called Malkuth. We've got all the others, and harmony is here, 6 in the middle. That's why we got that. So the 6 of Pentacles is such a card. It's interesting here. We got 4 major arcana as your present, near future, mid future, and far future. It's a very powerful energy. There's a major arcana. They're in the background, but there's very little you can do about it. You can call it fate. You can call it karma, whatever you like. These are these archetypes that go beyond metaphysical concepts. Minor arcana are all these metaphysical concepts. These go beyond that, connect to the metaphysical concepts. They're those paths that you saw on the Tree of Life. So let's do a review. Let's do a review of the whole thing. So first of all, let's have a look at you, Aries. So there's something on your mind that's keeping you down. And energy, and it feels like a great weight at the moment. Job could be having to support this relationship, or if it isn't a relationship yet, you could be just like constantly thinking about it. It's not not getting you down in the sense of it's painful, that would be the Ten of Swords, but it's certainly causing some sort of weight in your life. Not freeing up space for other things. But it's pretty full. But it could be many things in your mind. And it kind of corresponds with your feelings and your actions too, because this weight could mean that you're kind of stuck emotionally. It's like, do I like this person? Do I not? Not quite sure really what that is. I feel like playing Russian roulette. It's not playing Russian roulette, that's the Wheel of Fortune. You may feel like it. Yeah. And this is definitely reflected in your actions. So the Four of Cups is kind of stagnant. Kind of, your emotions are stable, like a box. You're not going anywhere, like a box. Or like a square. Pretty hard, like pretty chill. Dude there under the tree. Maybe. However, it does look like this might be necessary. This kind of this sounds weird, but this kind of chill mode and this indecision, it might be a way of gradually unpacking that Ten of Wands. If we look there, we've got that Six of Pentacles. And it could be because you have a lot of energy, Aries, and that's kind of represented by that Ten of Wands. You want to burn out. And it could be you need this time to, if you look at these two cards, they are meditating. Boring meditation, but it might be that you need that actually. You need that time to learn how to just be, Aries, and stop doing. You are the most masculine of the signs. You are the Emperor card, divine masculine. And the Wands are energy. You are a fire sign, the Wands. You're all about doing. Might be you just need to stop and just be. By just being comfortable with being, you have a lot to give. That could be that Six of Pentacles. A lot to give to relationship, this relationship in particular. Okay. Now let's have a look at them. We have the Magician in the Quartz card. So this is I think this is an intellectual, not just a scientist kind of intellectual. This is also someone who is quite spiritual. Or creates magic in some kind of way. So that's they're literally doing what I'm doing now, tarot reading and all that sort of stuff, or have that kind of magic about them, like Queen song, kind of the song I use for this card. You'd look at this card, it's got that knowing look, gives you magic. It is the first card after the Fool, and it's the first real thing in the Tarot Major Arcana. Again, it's a Major Arcana, so it's very powerful, even if it's quite passive. There is something magical in the way that they think, way that you've never thought before, and this could be causing you to pause in your life. Really hit you like home, like whoa, I never thought about that. I never thought of living life like that. And they're using that way of thinking in this relationship. And there with the Nine of Cups, we have a happy soul. Their heart constantly fit to burst. A lot of love to give. Endless love. They're a very emotional person in the best possible sense of that term. I think they have emotional maturity. And I think that's connected to that Magician. They know their thoughts, they know who they are, and quite happy who they are as well. which is interesting because when we come to the King of Cups, it says a lot about that card, but we won't do that just yet. But it is also, when I say that they're happy with who they are and they know who they are, this is connected to the Wheel of Fortune too, because if you are content with who you are, you don't feel like you need someone else to make you feel content. And this could be the massive bowling ball for you, Aries, because it may be you don't feel like that. You feel like you do need someone in your life to make you feel content. Two of Swords. However, they do not. And that's why Wheel of Fortune. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And if you're in a relationship, that could be just like carries on for a breakup. Bothered. It's just a thing that happened. Nice. I had a lot of love to give. They weren't the right one for me, or they were the right one for me. Spend life with them. I think key here is that they are not that bothered in terms of not in the sense of like they don't give a about you, rather that whether they're alone or with you, happy days. Okay, I think this speaks to the devil as well when we come to that. I wouldn't be surprised if the warning is I wouldn't be surprised if the warning is something like a Ten of Swords. No. Ten of Pentacles maybe. Or Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles, I think. Is worry. Because I think that devil, already we haven't come to the devil yet, but I'm going to say it now. That devil energy is saying that this relationship could, because again, this future is really advice. It's not saying this is definitely going to happen. It's kind of like, this is the way things will go if it carries on. If this, particularly this, carries on, then this is how it's going to go. So if there's anything you feel like you need to change here, I'm going to point this one out here, Aries, then it will lead, if you don't change it, it will lead to this future. So I think the devil, going back to that, is almost a warning that don't try and own them. You shouldn't be doing it anyway with anyone. No one belongs to you. You don't belong to anyone. Love is a shared thing. Touching the moment with someone. Sharing that moment. And the devil energy is really saying here, if it carries on like this, and you've got this burden on your shoulders, and you think that they're going to relieve the burden, you'd be wrong. Because they're not cool. So just be wary of that. They are quite happy how they are. Yeah, and it could be that this is a bit of a shock to you. And then with King of Cups, so what's King of Cups got to relate with what I was saying about the Magician and the Nine of Cups? Also the Wheel of Fortune. So the King of Cups, known as the Prince of Cups, off deck. Like I say, it's kind of like the psychoanalyst. This person obviously knows a lot about themselves, and a certain level of knowing about the self. If you know a lot about the self with a small s, that's very personalised. When you go deeper, and I think they have with this Magician card, especially with the Hierophant there in the near future as well. If you go deeper, and again the world, current situation, you go deeper, you find this self with the capital S, just consciousness. And you realise that that is the same for everyone. This is where the major arcana live. Collective unconscious. Jung called it. Call it whatever you want. Energy, source, God, consciousness, thing that we all have. And you go deep enough into that, you realise that we are all the same. And you're not being your true self. Really, love is when the true self in you sees the true self in them and vice versa. It's the universe seeing itself. If you are covering up your true self with this little S self, they will know. They know. Very clued up on, and I think that's coming through emotions as well. So I would recommend that you sort whatever's going on out here. Start doing stuff. I say not doing. Try being more. Try being in the present moment more. Enjoying the moment for what it is rather than striving to do stuff all the time. Sort this out. Indecision. I think that the way to sort that out is just being who you are, Aries. Be who you really are deep down. And they will know. They will know when you're being genuine. That's what that King of Cups is saying. And I think because they're bringing it to relationship, they'll help you know when you're being your genuine self. I think that's the beauty of love, is when you find love, it brings yourself. Yeah. And I think that's reflected with the current situation, which is the world, which shows that everything. You two can make this happen, or are making this happen. It is your world, and it will be your world, because like I said, when the true self in another person sees the true self in you, consciousness, the universe, love is union of the universe with the universe. Of course, again, in Thoth deck, this is the universe card. Everything. You become everything. You are everything. Just go for it. And look at her. She's just dancing in abandon. Free. Really free. And with the near future, with the Hierophant, I think this is reflected in being more in touch with your intuition. I think they already are. So it's maybe bringing it out of you. And it might be like they're the more spiritual one. And when you're doing this kind of inner work, you have a tower moment. Like the shadow work, when it gets like facing your demons, facing the thing, you're facing those 10 of Wands, you're taking them out yourself. But you might realise as you're doing that, you miss some of these 10 of Wands. That they were supporting something in your life, and they're not just supporting the ill-dignified parts of your life, be parts of them that's supporting other parts of your life, and you have to make those sacrifices. Now, we haven't got the Hanged Man, so it's not like I don't think it's a sacrifice in a methodical kind of way. Like, the Hanged Man has made the decision to sacrifice. Tower is kind of like, joke's on you, buddy, you have to sacrifice. The lightning has struck the tower, you had no choice about it. It'll be very sudden, this sacrifice. And again, it's not one of your own making. And then the Devil card. So this could be some kind of material thing. It could be. So I'm going to give a scenario here. Say you become spiritually awakened by this person, or vice versa, but I think it's the other way around. I think you're being awakened. And there's something called spiritual egotism, which is an oxymoron, but it's very real. And or doing physical things that relate to spirituality, but you're just doing it for the physical benefit. I'm going to use an example, a bit weird. So it could be something like Tantra, and then you're like, you know what, I just like the feeling of it. It's not the point. That's like part of it, but not the point. So not missing the point after your awakening, whatever's going to happen. Massive turnaround in your life. Just because you've become enlightened doesn't mean that you're liberated. It's the first step. You have to rebuild that tower after it's been destroyed. I think the Devil's saying here, be careful, not just rebuilding your old tower with new bricks, or using the same bricks to build a new tower. You need to be building a new tower with new bricks. Shape who you really are. I think this person is going to be able to guide you to that. Saying that with the Hierophant. I think they are your Hierophant. Now, if they had some different cards, I would say that maybe you were, with that Four of Cups and Two of Swords kind of being in that meditative state. But I think this meditative state is more getting rid of that kind of Wands view. Okay. So let's do the Shadow card, everyone. You have a prediction for what the Shadow card could be, the warning. Please put it down in the description below, and see what it is. Now, my prediction, I said 10 of Pentacles or the 5 of Pentacles. We want all 4 of Pentacles because that's connected with the Devil. It's another Capricorn energy. Our be another level above that, kind of falling into the spiritual egotism, because then you've entered that position of exploiting the spirituality. And of course, if you, a bit weird if you're watching a tarot reading and you're not into that sort of zone, but really spirituality is psychology as well. Okay, we go shadow card, shadow card, shadow card. Okay, we got the Emperor, your card, Aries. Okay, and that is actually very similar to what I was saying about egotism. Is that the Emperor can be very dominating in its shadow aspect. It tells people what to do. It's very controlling, very similar to that Ten of Wands. Even though the Ten of Wands is Saturn in Sagittarius, it's still the same kind of energy. It's overbearing, much, essentially, key point here. And it's the divine masculine when it's not being great. It's more the earthly masculine. Controlling people, telling people what to do, doing too much, getting connected to that Ten of Wands. But I think that really what this is saying is that you may have the spiritual awakening, or psychological awakening, breakthrough moment in your life, essentially. I think it's being caused by this other person, right? But there with the Devil and this. And again, this is another major arcana. This is really powerful stuff. There's a real turning point in your life, I think. But what this is saying is, try and own it. It's not yours, this spirituality. This is a human experience. You need to share this, and it's particularly here with a relationship. Yeah. You did this together, and you're doing it really for the whole of humanity. You're just another drop in the water that's made it. Or back to the sea. Try not to identify yourself too much with this. You are who you are. Okay. But you're not everything. This in combination with the Devil is very much that. So yeah, the Emperor card. You see there with your Aries ram's heads. So Aries, I'm going to give you a tough message. Don't be too much your sign and be who you really are, because really, true self is not affected by the zodiac. The zodiac is the structure of your ego and superego. Like the sun is like your default self, for example. The self with a capital S, it's not affected by any of this. And if you can return to that true self, you don't have to worry. There's a bit of worry here with that kind of one. Definitely a bird in there. Okay, but you can bring great success to it. Plenty to give there with that Six of Pentacles. And they definitely have a huge amount to give in terms of their heart with the Nine of Cups. I wish you all the best, Aries, in your tower moment. You are strong enough to do it. Okay? Be mindful. Use the lessons you've learned there in there's 2 of Swords and the 4 of Cups. But the world is for the taking. I think what this is saying, live in the present moment. See, that present moment is the world. Don't fall into the trap of spiritual egotism. So thank you very much, Aries. Next time we'll be doing Taurus, so if you do have Taurus anywhere else in your chart and you didn't resonate with today, feel free to go to that video when it's published. We currently have Aquarius, Pisces, and we'll be doing all the other signs as well. So if you didn't resonate with this reading, look at your birth chart, see where you have your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, and hope to see you in one of those other videos. Unless you've got an Aries stellium across all those, which should be quite amazing. Yeah, thank you very much, Aries, and I'll see you next time.